Good afternoon, everybody. It is 3:01, and I am going to be hanging out with you guys for, I don't know, probably an hour. Does that sound good? You want to shoot the shit for an hour? Talk about whatever you want to talk about, Star Wars or not. Or food, as we always devolve to talk about. But welcome, guys. I finished a video today. Actually, almost finished 2 videos today. And I'm going to be scheduling them for the weekend. One is a fun one that it's a new series that I'm going to be starting. If it's well received, it was a fun one to make. I'll continue to make them. It's called What's in the Box, and I basically pull out random Star Wars shit and talk about it. This time I pulled out a Star Wars comic in a box. Talked about it. Had a lot of fun making the video. And the other one is actually kind of a discussion about Luke Skywalker, George Lucas, The Last Jedi, all that kind of stuff. It's just interesting to go down a rabbit hole today. But anyway, Carter Lovejoy, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Carter says, theory, the thing that Finn was going to say to Rey in The Rise of Skywalker was that he's a furry. All right. That is a fandom or a phenomenon that I don't know anything about. It's something that... Is it... So, I have a full suit of Stormtrooper armor, right? Like, screen-accurate Stormtrooper armor. Is the furry thing that much more weird than what I do? I'm asking. I'm, like, legitimately asking. The one thing... it is a confusing thing to me as well, Burrito. I don't really know where it came from. I don't know what it's from. Is it originally from like a show or whatnot? Not knocking it whatsoever. It's just completely out of my periphery. It's out of... I don't know shit about it. I've heard that they certain maybe sects, the SECT sects of furries will poop in litter boxes. Is that true, or is that just something funny that I heard? I don't know. But I doubt that's what Finn was going to say, Carter. But I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. And Vince Wynn, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. See the new VR game trailer. Hope your week's going well. VR game trailer. What, Star Wars? 6 hours ago. Oh, Tales from Galaxy's Edge? Oh, no. Is that what you're talking about? Tales from Galaxy's Edge? Let's mute that. Check this out. This is the first I'm actually hearing about it. This was posted a few hours ago, I guess. Oh, dude, this looks like so much fun, man. I actually went over to my nephew's house on Saturday, and he has a PlayStation with PSVR, and we were just hanging out briefly, and then we were all going to go to dinner. So he fired up the PlayStation and let me just check it out I played it maybe for 2 minutes, you know, just in a cockpit looking around and whatnot. It was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. I don't know, you know, maybe if I got used to it and stuff like that, it would have... I mean, it's pretty incredible. But, man, the resolution maybe is a little wonky. Like, the thing that blew me away the most was the head tracking. That's what really blew me away. But at the moment, I'm pretty... happy with looking at a big monitor in front of my face, you know. But something like this, I'm still watching the Tales from Galaxy's Edge thing. This looks different. This looks fun. This looks like... This kind of reminds me of, like, the sandboxy feel of, like, when you first played Half-Life 2 and you messed with the physics for hours without actually, like, playing the game. This looks awesome, man. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll pull the trigger and get some VR stuff, but at the moment, November 19th, Oculus Quest 2. All right. It'll eventually happen. That looks pretty cool, though, man. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed playing Squadrons, like the few minutes that I did in VR. I don't know if it was enough to sell me on, you know, buying VR and whatnot and having to, you know... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know. Is the music a little too loud? There, I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. Is that better? I guess that would be a little annoying if it's too loud, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Half-Life Alyx is something that I would love to check out too. But yeah, man. That looks cool. It's the future. It is the future. There's no question in my mind that 10, 20, 30 years from now, that will be the way video games are played. I have a hard time, like, not envisioning a future where VR is just the end-all be-all of video games, you know. Taking that huge leap into just kind of and in the, like, becoming a part of another world. I just think that is the direction that video games will ultimately go in. Once the kinks are worked out in terms of like movement and stuff like that, like walking around in VR. Still, I don't think it's there in terms of like believability. But one day it's going to be indistinguishable from reality, and there's no question in my mind that that's where it's going. Can't wait for that day. I might be 60 or 70 years old, so I'm in no rush. But yeah, I'll be there along the ride, I guess. Playing with my nephew's VR and never buying it myself. We're in PS1 era VR tech. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. PS1 era of VR. That's I get the metaphor there. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. VR is currently, I mean, you could endlessly run with that metaphor, right? VR is currently at the VCR stage. Yeah, I get it. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well, Vince. And Tommy Solano, good to see you, man. I greatly appreciate that. Tommy says, hey, Greedo, just finished my run and saw you were streaming. Just stopped in to say hi. I'm going to listen back to this later when I do homework. Thank you. Absolutely, man. Well, thank you. Thank you for the support. And I actually got back from a run around 1. Yeah. My daughter is at my parents' today. They came and picked her up at 9, and they're going to be dropping her off around 5. So I basically have had the whole day to work on videos. Went for a 4-mile run. Did a little bit of yard work, and now I'm streaming with you guys. And then after this, I'm going to probably record a little bit more audio for a video and then get ready to cook some dinner. But yeah, congratulations on the run. Keep kicking ass, man. Keep kicking ass. My run was good today. Although you might have heard me mention it a couple weeks ago. I like majorly pulled my groin, and I don't know how I did it. About 2 months ago or so, maybe a little 2.5 months, and about a month ago was the first time that I had ran in a month, if that makes sense. So I basically took a month off because I kept trying to push it. My groin was killing me, man. Every time I ran, it was just worse and worse and worse. So I took a month off, and then I ran. Felt great. Felt perfect. But I ran on Sunday, and I ran on Monday, and I ran today. And today, it's starting to hurt again, man. And I don't get it. Like, I don't think I'm pushing myself too hard. I mean, like, my pace is, I try to shoot for a 8-minute mile. Usually my first mile is around 7 minutes, and then I kind of dial it back to 8 minutes, and then I coast on 8 minutes until I'm done. That's what I did today, and which is no different than any other day. But dude, for whatever reason, this goddamn groin pull will not heal. It just will not heal, man. Driving me crazy. And I don't have the patience to just let it fucking heal. I just need to sit down for 2 months, right? And just let it heal and do something else. But like, yeah, it sucks, man. Sucks. Try a couple days off with active rest, such as stretching. Yeah, I need to do that. Eventually I will. But anyway, Tommy, keep kicking ass, man. Do it to it. How far'd you go? Not that it matters, but I'm curious. Everything's a start, right? That's awesome, man. You will be listening to this later. Maybe on a run. About 2 miles. Nice, man. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, congratulations on making it happen. Lately my playlist always changes for whatever I'm in the mood for. Today was a Spotify 90s rock anthems, I think it was called. So stuff like Pearl Jam came on, or Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, some Nirvana, some Smashing Pumpkins. I'm trying to think what else I heard on the run. Primitive Radio Gods. I'm a downhearted baby. I love it. I can't think of it. What else came out? But anyway. Nice. No, I've never liked the Deftones, Tommy. I've never, for whatever reason, I've never gotten into them. I feel like, when did they, let's see, Deftones. They started in 88. I was going to say, like, they probably were, I should have been into them. For whatever reason, I never got into them. Like, the year 2000, maybe, the late 90s, I could totally have seen myself listening to them, but I never got into them for whatever reason. Like, the same years that I was listening to, like, Korn and shit like that, late 90s, you know, might have been, like, 11 or 12 years old buying Korn albums, just, yeah. Wearing giant shirts and Jinkos for a year. I could have seen myself listening to the Deftones. But for whatever reason, I never got into them, man. Never got into them. But yeah. Chris Moronic, good to see ya. Moranic? I feel like I fuck it up every single time. Chris, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Good to see you, man. Love those 90s rock tunes in the fall. Dude, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. Yes, ska, Caleb, for sure. One sec, man. It's really hard to explain, Chris. Moranic? Was that the second one that I said? I think so. Maybe not. But yeah, it's really hard to explain, Chris. Like, in the fall, I get super obsessed with Smashing Pumpkins. The Smashing Pumpkins, for whatever reason, as soon as there is a cool day or a tiny just hint of fall in the air, dude, I am cranking up, every Smashing Pumpkins song just on loop repeatedly, and I can't get enough of them. And it usually lasts for like a few weeks to a month. And I got my fill. of the Pumpkins. But that's different this time of year, this year, because they have a new album coming out in early November, I believe. And I've been listening. They've been trickling out songs slowly. I think they've released 5 or 6 songs so far off the double album that they're putting out. And I love it so far, man. It's a really good album. It's a really good album so far. I recommend it. It's CYR. Is that? I don't know if it's an acronym or if it's Sear, I don't know. But it's great, man. They have a couple songs that I just cannot get enough of, and I've been listening to them just like non-stop. Anno Satana? That's the most recent one they released, the most recent single, but they've been great. I really like them, this new album. But yeah, I'm with you, Chris. It's a strange feeling for sure. Maybe just like cool weather is just brings you back to a little sense of nostalgia. Like you said, yeah. Where was that? Reminds me of freshman year in high school, headphones on, riding the bus home and the window open. Yeah, for sure. I completely feel you on that. Pumpkins are make me feel that way too. Also, there's random bands like Eve 6. I used to listen to Eve 6 when did that first album, Eve 6 album? Let's look at their discography. 1998. Yeah, so their original like Eve 6 1998 debut album, I was 12 years old, and I listened to that like crazy, man. Like crazy. Built to Spill, Ween, sure. Yeah, certain bands, man, just bring you back. It's weird. It's like a smell that you recognize that you haven't smelled before in years, and it's like a song. I mean, very similar in how they kind of bring you back to a certain time and place, right? But yeah, Caleb, I used to listen to ska a decent amount. I have a buddy who has always been really into ska. Actually, a high school teacher that I had was in a ska band and used to go to his shows and shit like that. What's crazy to me, Caleb, to think about is that when I was in high school, this high school teacher that I had was like 24, 25 years old. To think that, and he would, you know, we would try to make him laugh with the most inappropriate shit. And thinking back, this 24, 25-year-old kid teaching 17-year-old kids, like, he's not much older than me, or I was, right? It's just kind of funny to think about, like, back then, you know, cutting up and drawing really inappropriate shit in his class and him trying to not to laugh. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, but I used to listen to ska. But I would say more than that as a kid, like 11, 10, 12, around that age, I listened to more of like Bad Religion and stuff that was on Hellcat Records and whatnot. And then after that evolution, I got into more stuff like American football or things that might have been on there was a what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? A record company named Deep Elm. I used to listen to them a lot. I don't know if that makes any sense. Or bands like RX Bandits. You probably heard of RX Bandits. They have a little ska in them. Was one of my favorite bands growing up. Still to this day, me and my buddies listen to them all the time. And then got into stuff like Limbeck, which is one of my all-time favorite bands. Their first album, Hi Everything's Great. Stuff like Death Cab for Cutie, Bright Eyes, Conor Oberst, Josh Ritter, Ryan Adams, that kind of stuff, you know. But, yeah, we can talk music. Let's do it. General Atheist, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that this afternoon. Hey, favorite Macquarie design or concept that never made it to the screen? That is a really interesting question. I'm going to have to do some Googling. The first thing that comes to my mind is the one of Luke. Let me look this up real quick. Macquarie Star Wars concept art. The first one that comes to my mind when I think of Ralph McQuarrie, his concept art is the one where Luke is, I have to find it. Let's see. He's observing Mos Eisley. Here we go. Copy image address. Okay, this is when I think of like Ralph McQuarrie, for whatever reason, this is the first one that pops into my brain. I love it. I love that. I would love to have that as a poster. It's just pure Star Wars to me. But yeah, I love that. That's a really difficult question, man, because that's a really, really difficult question. There's certain things like, you know, the original designs of Han or even Chewie that are intriguing, but I don't know if I wouldn't say that I like them so much that I wish they would have appeared on screen. Does that make sense? The picture didn't work for you, really? Oh, weird. I clicked it. It worked. Huh. It's not working for anybody else? That's too difficult, man. I'm trying to think, like, if anybody has, let's see, not used in movies. Not working either? Oh, that's a bummer. It's all right. Worked for you? Weird. I wonder why it's working for some and not for others. Oh yeah, and then there's the concept art of like the stormtroopers having like battle shields and having their own version of a lightsaber, which is kind of interesting considering that that kind of made its way into the sequel trilogy, you know? A lot of concept art from Ralph McQuarrie kind of trickled into modern Star Wars, which is kind of cool, you know? I'm just going down a rabbit hole of McQuarrie art now. See, I would love to have, because, you know, everybody has a Star Wars poster, a movie poster, something memorable, recognizable from the films. But General, I would almost like rather get one of these cool looking random ass pieces of concept art that is a little just like ultra unique, that maybe at first glance somebody wouldn't necessarily know that it's from Star Wars. You know what I mean? I want this one. Why isn't that working? Okay. Yeah. Like this. I would love this. It's just kind of weird. You know, I mean, obviously it's from Star Wars. You can recognize the land speeder, stormtrooper, and all that kind of stuff. But it's just weird and unique, right? I would love that. Something different like that. You know, as a little poster on the wall or something. My favorite concept that he did are the early Vader designs. Yeah, let's see. Vader, early Vader concept art, Ralph McQuarrie. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, definitely more, how do I describe it? More, oh, here's somebody created cosplay of the original like Vader design. Definitely more chiseled, I guess maybe it's the word that I'm looking for. The original like Ralph McQuarrie designs of Vader. The face more like angled and chiseled and yeah, I don't even know the correct word that I'm trying to look for. You can definitely see the influence of original McQuarrie concept art on like the Vader from Rebels, right? For sure. But oh yeah, the concept art of inside of the cantina has always been cool to me too. Like, yeah, I'll share this as well. I love this one too. Yeah, that one's cool as hell. Anyway, I appreciate that, General. Yeah, maybe I'll look into McQuarrie posters. I've never thought to do that. It'd be kind of cool. Something different, you know. I'm actually looking to kind of completely finish the posters and stuff like that are in my office right now. You know, you've probably seen what I have in videos. I just haven't gone crazy with buying stuff just because I want to map it out first. But I think I've got everything that I want in my brain, and I'm ready to click buy on certain posters and shelves and stuff like that. I'm going to do a mix on the wall that's behind my computer desk. I'm going to do a mix of like small 10 by 8 or 12 by 18 posters mixed in with some small shelves too, and put a couple things on shelves here and there. Make a big collage on the wall. I think it would look kind of cool. But yeah, looking forward to getting it done finally. Finally. Well, almost been in this new house for a year. I can't say my new house anymore. It's been a while now. Constipated. What's up, Stuart? So, October 30th. All right, we got a little while. By a little while, I mean like 9 days. Almost here, man. Almost here. Anakin, Rogue One is one of my least favorite Star Wars movies. It's one of my least favorite in the Disney era as well. Right above... Actually, I think it is my least favorite in the Disney era, man. Yeah, I've watched it multiple times. I've tried to give it a shot. It's still whatever. It's all right, but in terms of it's actually the Star Wars movie that I was the most excited and hopeful for, just because, anthology movie, they can do anything that they want. It was all right. It was all right. No, I haven't tried to rewatch it since Rise of Skywalker. I haven't. But, yeah. I need to watch Rise of Skywalker again before I rewatch that. Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult to say, like, it's one of my least favorite Star Wars movies, because even then, there's still aspects that I like. It's not like I completely hate it, but, yeah, just because a Star Wars movie is pretty low on my list doesn't mean that I just want to throw it in the damn trash can, right? Excited to get this video. So, I was going to spoil the video. I guess it doesn't matter. The video that I'm probably going to upload either Friday or Saturday is about a comic. Where is it? Called... Grab it. Well, it's very deceiving, because this comic... I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. It's from 1981, so stop. Star Wars Dreams of Cody Sunchild. Here is a link to the comic. This is the video that I'm going to be uploading this weekend. This is the topic of it. I read it yesterday. Made the video, finished it today, and it's hilarious because the cover that you see on that link of the giant hulking pink beast snapping a dreadnought in half. The title of the comic is "A Living Nightmare Stalks the Universe." Empire and Rebel forces alike, helpless prey of the dreadnought devourer. Yeah, that beast does not appear in the comic. There is no dreadnought devourer in the comic. It is the big, as I say in the video, it is one of the biggest bait and switches ever. That monster that you're looking at does not appear in the comic. The comic, there is a monster that appears in the comic very similar to this, but it appears in 2 panels. It is, the front of this cover makes it seem like this beast is just snapping Star Destroyers and it has to be destroyed, right? No. The comic is nothing like, yeah, it is comic book clickbait for sure. The inside of the comic does not resemble the front of the comic whatsoever. It is hilarious. Like, as I was reading it, I was just envisioning the marketing department going, how the hell do we market this super dull comic? Well, there's like a picture of a monster on page 27 that shows up for literally 2 panels, and it's not even pink, it's green. Okay, well, let's just make a giant pink monster on the cover, snapping a Star Destroyer, and that's it. Let's just call it a day. It is the biggest bait and switch ever. It's crazy. That's why I had so much fun making the video, just because I kind of go on a little tangent at the beginning. But yeah, anyway. Anton, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Let me take a quick sip of the old water. Anton, thank you so much once again for the channel support, man. Anton says, that's what I go for when I buy a shirt for something I like. It has to be a design I enjoy on its own, outside of being a fan of the thing it's from. Yeah, what brought up this conversation? I'm curious. Oh, you're saying because the poster talk. Yeah. By the time I'm done, he's already moved on. No. I haven't moved. I see. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I apologize. I'm all over the place. But I'm the same way, dude. I am the same way. Even with t-shirts, absolutely with t-shirts. I'm a huge fan of, like, I've been wanting a Ultima Online t-shirt for years. They exist. Most of them are like on Redbubble or Zazzle or whatnot, but most of them suck ass. They're ugly, and you can tell somebody just clicked and dragged a Google image thing and blew it up on a t-shirt. I'm in complete agreement. It's really interesting. I don't even know what to call that. I'm very picky. My wife says I'm extremely picky with t-shirts, which is true, not only with design but with fit. But like, even places that I go, I usually try to buy a t-shirt from, you know, a national park or a mountain or something, you know, a hike that I do. I usually like to buy a t-shirt from a place I've been. But half of the time, they're ugly as shit. And what's really interesting, Anton, I find most Star Wars, like official Star Wars shirts, to be really just gaudy and ugly. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I'm the same way, though. I'm the same way. But yeah, in terms of like posters and whatnot, should I take a picture of the posters that I have so far? I'll just do that and throw it on. If you want to check out the posters, the wall of shit that I'm talking about, let me take it. I gotta back up a little bit. 1 second, guys. Let me stand up and take this. I don't know if you can still hear me very well. Now you're gonna get a little jump. Okay, so, yeah, whatever. You'll see it. So yeah, the wall on the with the Navy poster. I'll post it. Go on Twitter if you want to see what I'm talking about. And I'll post it under the announcement of me going live. And you can see what I'm talking about from the stream. There we go. Boom. Posted. Cool. Yeah, so there's a certain style of poster that I'm going for, kind of illustrated, you know. I don't want like blatant movie poster in my office. I want most of them to be like unique creations, like the Picard picture that you see back there. You know, just some girl's painting who sells them online. It's awesome. It's awesome, man. So that's what I'm shooting for. So that back wall, I might rehang those 3 posters back there and create like a collage, you know. That's definitely I'm definitely going to create a collage with more smaller posters and pictures and some shelves, but it might require me to completely have to rehang those to, you know, reorganize the way everything's going to flow. But yeah, anyway. Fun topic. It's kind of interesting how much that evolves or that thinking has evolved in my brain over the years. In the past, I mean, if you guys have been watching my videos long enough, you know just how insane my first couple offices were when it came to HelloGreedo stuff. You probably saw shit in the background. I mean, like, there was no coordination or cohesion in the way I put stuff on my walls back in the day. I would literally just like put a nail through the wall and boom, there's a poster. I didn't even think about how it would look. And now I'm really trying. I've lived in this house since last December, and this is all I've done on the walls. I'm really trying to like map it out and not just throw shit on the wall, you know. But yeah. Anyway, that's Catherine. That's really interesting. I thought about this the other day. Like graphic tees, right? Graphic T-shirts. Every shop has them. You go to, I don't know, Old Navy, Urban Outfitters, Target, every Walmart, wherever you go, the most expensive or the least expensive, whatever shop you go to, they have graphic T-shirts. They always look distressed or that kind of stuff. And what's really interesting is that back in the day, like early 2000s, when I was in high school, me and my friends and their girlfriends and all of us, we would go to like Goodwill or these antique shops looking for old T-shirts, and it was like a hunt. We would go look for old band T-shirts at Goodwill or thrift shops. We would go look for old whatever, like 5K run T-shirts, or restaurant T-shirts, or I don't know, just random ass T-shirts. And now it's just kind of interesting how you can just go buy a fake disheveled T-shirt from Walmart when it used to be like a hunt you'd have to go on, right? To find that kind of stuff. But yeah, T-shirt stream. I got too many T-shirts, man. Half of them are probably half of them are in the attic. Half of them don't fit me anymore because they're too big. Yeah, for sure, Josh. Yeah, back in the day. But yeah, like, yeah, I have a ton of T-shirts in the attic. A ton of T-shirts in the closet too. I have way too many. I don't know why. Just bought so many over the years. I've kind of stopped over the past 5 years or so, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Artemis shirt. Yeah, I haven't worn that in a while. The problem is like, I'll end up wearing the same like 4 T-shirts for months. And as I do laundry, they'll just end up back at the top of the stack of T-shirts. And then I'll just pull from the top of the stack and it's just like the same shirt over and over again. That Artemis shirt is probably at the very bottom of the stack and I completely forgot about it. But yeah. Lego Star Wars Fan 77, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon. Lego says, hey Greedo, guess what day it is? It is Hump Day. It is indeed, my friend. It is Hump Day in the afternoon, which means that we are on the back 9 of the week. We are on the losing end of the week, and or the winning end of the week, rather, right? And we are sliding down that slope into the weekend, that cushy Friday. We're about to dive into the soft, pillowy sensation of the weekend, and I can't wait. But yes, indeed. Let's look up the etymology of Hump Day. Let's see where that comes from. Hump Day, Wikipedia. Hump Day is a 2009 comedy drama. That is not what I'm thinking of. Get out of here. The term alludes to the fact that Wednesday, the middle of the week, Hump Day, yeah, but where does it come from? Boom, 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 boom. I'll have to look this up later. I enjoy going down rabbit holes of just random shit like this. Anyway, I appreciate that, Lego. Enjoy the slide into the, it came from the Geico commercial with the talking camel. It has to be older than that. It has to be older than that. There's no... Is that really where it originated from? I'll have to do some Googling later. Well, let's just do this. Where did the term Hump Day come from? Okay, here it is. Hump Day is an idiom that means Wednesday, a day of the week. The term Hump Day first appeared in the 1960s in North America, most probably in business offices. Hump Day is based on the week, the idea of a mountain to climb, blah, blah, blah. So it first originated or appeared in the 1960s in North America. Okay. Began in 1965. All right, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of Hump Day later. But anyway, I appreciate that, Lego. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I'm gonna hop off after this. It's been a little over 45 minutes. It's 3:45 now. My parents are gonna drop off my daughter at 5 back at the house. I'm gonna knock some shit out before that I need to get done. But yeah, Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat channel support, man. Vince says, looking at your A-Wing, I think that a squadron-style Lego Star Wars shipbuilding game would actually be pretty fun. Yeah, that would be pretty like create your own spaceships, fly them around in a squadron-style or like an arcade-style flight sim multiplayer, right? I think that would be fun as hell. I want more sandboxy Star Wars, for sure. Yeah, Lego Star Wars shipbuilder, where you create your ship, no matter how dumb it looks, and then you get to fly it around in combat against other people. Yeah, that would be awesome, man.
But it's not canon. It breaks the wall of canon.
Come on. Can't we just have some fun? Does everything need to be so rigid? I would love that, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I want more kind of sandboxy Star Wars stuff. Like that, but also, I don't know, like, the idea of like a Red Dead Redemption style Star Wars game where you maybe can build your own house on Tatooine would be awesome. Make that voice into a character. All right. We need that canon voice in videos. All right.
But the Lego Star Wars Squadrons game where you make your own spaceship, it breaks canon. It is not what George Lucas intended. It is not. You should not be able to make and manipulate your own spaceships in Star Wars. I mean, if we let everybody do that, I know, but it means a lot to me. If we let everybody build their own spaceships, then what does Star Wars become?
Anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. Jack Adamak, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Jack Adamak, is that what Jack Adamak's Harley Davidson? I feel like I've talked about this before. Adamak, Harley Davidson. Adamak Harley Davidson. Maybe it's not Jack. There's a Harley Davidson in North Florida called Adamak Harley Davidson. Any relation there? Maybe not. Jack, thank you so much for the final super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Jack. Oh, I see it. Jack says, what version of the OT do you watch? I personally watch the despecialized versions, and sometimes I watch the special editions. So, usually, Jack, when I'm gonna turn on a Star Wars movie, an OT Star Wars movie, I usually go with despecialized. Lately, though, I would say in the past year, it's pretty much been like, if I go to watch a Star Wars movie, it's usually Project 4K77. That's usually the one that I just put on through Plex on my TV. That's usually my go-to. That being said, I'm not really picky nowadays. If the only thing that I have access to is like Disney Plus's versions, I'm fine with it, you know. But if I'm at home and I am gonna put Star Wars on, and you know, if eventually when my daughter's old enough to kind of watch it and get it and sit still and watch a Star Wars movie, I will definitely be putting on the despecialized editions. But yeah, right now my go-to version of A New Hope, at least, is Project 4K77. Pretty much. That's really, I love it so much. You can watch, you've probably seen the video that I made about Project 4K77 despecialized and the Blu-ray, right? But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, Jack. All right, with that being said, it is time for me to jet. Got some shit I got to knock out before my parents drop my daughter back off at the house, and before I need to start some dinner. Got some videos ready. Schedule them for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, man. Happy Hump Day. Time to go. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Anton coming in with the final super chat and channel support of the stream. Anton, I appreciate the hell out of that. McClunky, right back at you, man. I will probably see you guys around this time tomorrow as well. If not tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, maybe 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll figure it out sometime tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, guys, Anton, thank you so much, man. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you when I see you. All right, let's end this thing with a fun, upbeat little trip to a 90s mall, shall we? All right, everybody. See ya.